He's pretty mentally weak in the ring. You know, as soon as things don't start going his way,
Yeah.
he starts to crumble, and things aren't going to go his way. So I think he's going to crumble.
Yeah.
Jake Paul appears visibly stunned as Gervonta Davis's fiery sparring clips hit the internet. He admits that nothing excites him more than being doubted or criticized. It fuels his drive and turns every fight into something even more electrifying. Jake emphasizes that he's staying disciplined, pushing hard in training, and keeping his focus razor sharp. With complete confidence, he declares that facing Tank has been on his mind for a long time. And now that the fight is real, he's convinced he has what it takes to defeat him.
And on business and say the other person's gonna win. I like it.
So when
it makes it fun.
When he lay your boy out. You know what I mean?
He's my boy too. I love Mike.
I mean, Mike will move from this side to this side without you knowing exactly at which moment.
Showbiz the Adult delivers a passionate response to critics, claiming that Gervonta Davis only took the Jake Paul fight for a paycheck. He argues that the situation is far deeper than people realize. Jake himself revealed that the contract includes a hefty knockout bonus, completely shifting the motivation behind the fight. With that kind of incentive, Tank won't hold back. He'll go all in, unwilling to be the one lying flat on the mat. The bout, therefore, becomes more than pride. It's a battle driven by both legacy and high stakes. Showbiz points out that many are ignoring the psychological dimension. Tank's pride as a fighter means he'd never want to be remembered as the man who got knocked out by a YouTuber turned boxer. When critics call it a money grab, they overlook that fierce competitive spirit. To Tank, his reputation outweighs any paycheck. And ironically, Jake mentioning the knockout bonus may have only added more fuel to an already burning rivalry.
You guys told me that Gervonta Tank Davis is just taking this fight for a payday. He's just trying to get to the bag. Well, you got the fight itself, which is a payday, and you got a KO bonus on top of that, a big bonus. That's what Jake Paul said.
They're going to get a big bonus.
And they got a side bet of $2 million.
Let's make it 2.
Y'all gonna shake on it? Yeah. Shake on it?
Jake, $1 million.
2 mil? 2 mil? 2 mil. Let's do
2
it.
mil. Go get it shake.
Oh, they're shaking left here.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh, my fuck.
Why not get the entire bag? Whenever I got good food on my plate, I clean the plate. There is no reason to boil John. Hold on. Because I'm gonna play some Marvel Rivals. Let me get all this together. I'm gonna be playing some Marvel Rivals later. Hold on, let me get my blind. Sure, cause no cream. And yes, no cream. Because I'm fired up today. I got on the scale today and I'm 209 pounds, okay? You guys know that I'm on the fitness journey. I'm showing you guys my video journal. And I started at 217 pounds where I started all this 12 days ago. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing faint abs. Hold on, the faint abs. Woo! The faint abs! The faint abs! The faint abs! I'm telling you, it'll be back. I will be back. I want my Terminator shit. And when I'm done, I'm going to tell you guys my secret and exactly how I did it. I'm talking about step by step, everything. I'm going to be in great shape like I was. When I turned 45 and all the gray in the beard, I was just like, it ain't over, bro. It ain't over. Hold on. Let me. Ooh. Dr. Doing. Okay. All right. But listen. A lot of you guys calling this a fake fight and all this shit. I'm going to quote one of you in the war room. I forgot, one of my show business partners said, was it Justin Hill? I forgot who it was. You guys said, something like, and if I misquote you, I'm sorry, but it was dope. You said something like, if this is a fake fight, it definitely has real consequences. I keep telling you guys, man, if it goes on their real record or not, whatever it is, you know what you saw. It's just like Ryan Garcia versus Devin the American Dream Haney. Devin Haney is still undefeated, but we know what we saw. You cannot erase what we saw. If Jake Paul knocks out Tank Davis, there's some real circumstances. The the shit goes viral, and I'm going to lose $10,000. Jake Paul isn't just going to win in this exhibition, but he's also going to get a knockout bonus and an extra $2 million.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia looks at the situation with the calm perspective of experience. He insists there's nothing technically wrong with Tank choosing to fight Jake Paul. It's his career and his right. But what troubles Garcia is the timing. He explains that legends like Mayweather, Tyson, and Pacquiao only turn to exhibition bouts after cementing their greatness with titles and history-defining victories. Tank, however, hasn't reached that legacy stage yet. Fans still expect him to chase those monumental matchups that build true greatness, fights against names like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. Garcia clarifies that the frustration isn't the matchup itself, but what it represents. Instead of strengthening his boxing resume, Tank appears to be skipping crucial chapters. To Garcia, Tank has the skill to earn real respect through legacy fights, but chasing flashy events too soon risks damaging his reputation. In his eyes, this fight feels like a premature spectacle rather than a genuine step toward greatness.
Stop the contest before something like that, but I don't know, what's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing, that's what everybody looks for. I think it's, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank, they all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked, I would do the same.
No one would say no to that, right?
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20-30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. It's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought.
Boxer Bernie Thaw doesn't mince words. He laughs at those congratulating Tank for making money, arguing that they're missing the entire point. Tank isn't short on cash. He's already one of the wealthiest fighters in the sport. Fans, Bernie says, don't tune in to celebrate paychecks. They crave fierce competition, raw skill, and unforgettable rivalries. He points out that the real storyline to watch is in the ring, especially if Lamont Roach manages to defeat Isaac Pitbull Cruz. That would shake the rankings, considering Pitbull is regarded as Tank's toughest opponent. If Roach pulls it off, it raises real questions about Tank's standing and the true hierarchy among fighters. Bernie stresses that Tank needs meaningful fights to preserve respect in boxing. Sure, money bouts like the one with Jake Paul pay well, but they don't build legacy. And for real boxing fans, legacy is what truly matters.
Rematch with Tank, and it's I kind of don't really care about the fight no more. It's starting to lose a little steam.
But I'm saying, if he stops Pitbull Cruz, right? Don't you think that people would want to see, Lamont and Tank more due to the fact that, Tank had a hard time with Pitbull?
No. I think people just want to see Tank versus Lamont because Lamont, he had a hard time with Lamont. It's just like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. People just like controversy. People just like, you know what I'm saying? So people like to see finished business. They don't want to leave it unfinished. And that's what the intrigue is. They want to people want to see finished business. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the intrigue of the fight. And it doesn't make no sense why they taking so fucking fight. Everybody keeps saying that, Tank getting the money, but is we getting the fucking money? Is we bidding out for the fucking money? Is he gonna give us some of the money? Are we waiting on him to feed us any bit? No. I want what I want. Fuck that. I'm selfish. I'm a fan. I want to see the fucking fight. I don't want to see no fucking circus. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody saying, oh, he bad, who gives a fuck? I hope he already rich as fuck. He already won 30 million in the last fight or something. He got more money than I'm ever gonna have. I don't give a fuck. I want to see the fights. I'm a fucking boxing fan. I want to see a fucking fight. I don't want to see no fucking farce. Fuck. Motherfucker count another motherfucker pockets. They all getting paid. These motherfuckers getting paid millions. Boy, we making how much? 60,000, 40,000 every motherfucking day. Going to work 9 hours a day and shit, and then coming home waiting on income tax and shit like that to get some big bread. Come on, man. I'm talking about the average person.
Lamont Roach speaks thoughtfully yet directly about the storm surrounding Tank's matchup. With Jake Paul, he says he doesn't fault Tank for taking the fight. Any fighter would jump at such a massive opportunity. But he takes issue with how it happened. Roach reveals that his contract with Tank included a rematch clause, yet Tank went quiet and signed with Jake without any prior communication. To Roach, that's a breach of respect and professional ethics. He admits that in Tank's shoes, he might have done the same, but only if everything had been handled transparently. What frustrates him isn't the fight itself, but the lack of openness. Boxing, he reminds everyone, is built on mutual respect, and when that's compromised in favor of spectacle, it damages the sport's integrity. Roach believes Tank's move might make sense financially, but it leaves a sour taste for those who value fairness and honor in the game, a missed opportunity to do things the right way.
Right for not executing that rematch. Is it safe to say that there was some money given to you because of that?
Money given to me, not necessarily, but
okay.
You know, like I said, those guys took good care of me. Those guys on the other side took care of me. Not him personally and not his team personally, right. But you know,
but somebody made it right for that rematch not happening.
Kinda, you could say that. Yeah.
I understand. I don't understand the position you're in, but from the outside looking in, you had a phenomenal performance against arguably one of the best fighters, you know, top 10 pound for pound fighters in Tank, which many didn't believe it would happen. So you want the opportunity to get back and you know, I guess get the victory. But can you really, honestly, putting yourself in Tank's shoes, be upset with taking advantage of the opportunity to fight Jake Paul? Reportedly, there's about $40 million that he's going to get paid. Now, I don't know this to be, you know, accurate, but I'm saying those are the reports, right? If you were in his shoes, wouldn't you do the same thing?
See, now, this is something that I explain and express, and I hope everybody gets. That opportunity is an opportunity that you probably cannot pass up, but it's about how you handle it. It's about how you go about it. A lot of people don't know that he actually exercise his rights to the rematch, so that contractually binds us to a fight. You cannot breach that unless you do what you have to do to handle the business, to be like, okay, well, we mutually agree to let you move on or swindle around and fight.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.